Hey guys, how you doing? Raymond here from the Raymond Report, your CFL football preview and prediction on tonight's game between the Montreal Alouettes and the Hamilton Tiger Cats. It is Thursday. Subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report Sports Betting Tip Sheet, which is fundamentals are based on value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability / injuries, and we use a very disciplined money management system. You can find the Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com. All right, you got a CFL East Division rivalry tonight going at it at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, the Hammer. And you can see game time tonight at Tim Hortons Field is at 7:30 Eastern. You got the Tiger Cats minus 2.5 point home favorite. The over-under is set at 50. And when you look at rule number 1 of the Raymond Report, we're looking at value. And I did have the Montreal Alouettes favored in this spot by 3.5. And I had Hamilton at plus 6.83. So when you're looking for value, it does indicate that Montreal does have the value at plus 2.5. You can get some plus 3s out there. And let's take a look at rule number 2 of the Raymond Report, and that is the percentage play. Let's take a look at the percentage play of winning this game straight up. It does favor Hamilton at 51.7%, 37.5% for Montreal. But the chance of covering the spread does favor Montreal at 50%, which I like. 75% for Hamilton. That's because the Hamilton Tiger Cats have probably one of the worst point spread record in the league at 1-5 straight up, 1-5 against the number. And going into tonight's game, they're going to be missing a lot of defensive players. If you look at this, I took this from the CFL website. Simone Lawrence is out with a groin injury. Also got his replacement, Nick Cross, is also out. Another D-line, Lee Autry's out. Mo Diallo, defensive line. Trey Crawford, defensive line, and Chris Van Zyl. I believe he's a left tackle, but offensive lineman. I'm not sure if he's a left tackle, but he's on the O-line, and he's a big piece of that puzzle on the O-line. So you can see Hamilton coming in limping tonight against the Montreal Alouettes, who after firing Khari Jones, in fact, a little side story to this game, Khari Jones used to be the head coach of Montreal. Danny Machocha comes in. Out is Khari Jones. Hamilton signs Khari Jones as his assistant coach. So, you know, for the players, they're going to want to play for Khari here tonight. And we'll see what happens in that respect. But let's go to rule number 3 in the Raymond Report, the performance cycles. And you can see here some of the cycles going in tonight's game. Not really nothing to write home about because both teams are on a losing record. In fact, the entire East Division of the CFL is a complete mess. All the good teams this year out of the gate seems to be all the Western teams. But looking at Montreal, 1-3 road record, but 3-1 against the point spread. And if you look at some of their games this season, Montreal has been very competitive. Remember in Game 1, that 30-27 loss to Calgary, a game where they could have won. 2019, another game they should have won on the road, had Cote kicked that field goal, and then they beat Saskatchewan at home 37-13. Then they lost on the road, and then they lost this one at home 32-31 to the Elks, a game where they led most of that game, and then they won last week in Ottawa. But going into tonight's game, I do like the Montreal Alouettes plus 2.5. You can get some plus 3s out there, and the reason why I like him is their running game. Jeshron Antwi, absolute beast running back, and with all those linebackers and D linemen out for Hamilton, who's going to be able to stop the run for the Hamilton Tiger Cats? Tiger Cats are based on the defense, right? You look at their defense, that's their identity. The one thing with Hamilton, they don't have a running game. If you look at Hamilton's running back situation, when your quarterback is your leading rusher and you're in game number, game 5, game 6 of the season, you're going into game 7, and your quarterback's your leading rusher, you got an issue that you have not addressed through the first 6 games. So give me the Montreal Alouettes plus 2.5. Try to get plus 3 out there. I know it's out there, and hopefully it cashes you a nice winning ticket. Enjoy the game. Should be a good one tonight between the Alouettes and the Hamilton Tiger Cats.